Good morning, everybody. My name is Jason Fulbrook. I'm the Director of Partner Development here at Haivision, and I just want to welcome you to join our Learning Lounge here. In this session, we're going to be talking about our digital signage, our CoolSign platform, and enterprise communications, and how we specifically integrate live, secure, high-definition video for corporate communications. I'm joined here with Chris Frederick, who's with Sensory Technologies, and we're going to be talking through those different types of workflows. I want to share with you, or welcome all of you guys that are joining us, that are coming to us from Internet Land, so thank you very much for joining.
Hi, Mom.
I want to start off by sharing with you a little bit about our goals and what we try to focus on communicating when it comes to the Learning Lounge. We really want to share three different ideas. The first is to give you guys a taste and an example of our technologies that we offer as a company. The second thing is to talk about different types of solutions that we use in collaboration to create our end-to-end solutions, completing the ecosystem as it explains here in this diagram, which I'm going to talk about. And then three, how we take those solutions and that technology to answer industry needs that we recognize today. If we look here at this slide, you're going to see several different areas, but 3 points I'm going to talk about. Our first is our contribute. Our contribute is where we look at communicating or taking live video, whether that's baseband or data sources, and be able to make it so it's network ready. Looking at best-in-class technology as we look at our Makito, which is our high definition, low latency H.264 encoder. Our Coolabyte encoder, which is our internet streaming, allows for multi-bit rate or adaptive bit rate streaming for the World Wide Web. And then also our Viper technology, which is our dual channel encoder that really merges many things that we offer inside of our managed services or our management technology. One of our first management technologies, as I shared a little bit earlier, is our CoolSign. Our CoolSign is our digital signage solution, and what it really focuses on is being able to provide dynamic and real-time information to static or interactive displays. We do that when we stream live video with our Video Furnace component, and Video Furnace allows for us to integrate live, high-definition sources. And if you're interested in finding out more, we'll be doing a presentation at 1 o'clock where we'll be actually diving in further detail, talking about features and technology that we do and how we make that happen with our CoolSign technology. And finally, how we take that information from inside the firewall, extending it outside with our internet media services so that we can connect to a wide range of devices, both mobile, tablet, workstation, and displays, as we've talked about. We create these solutions as we recognize them to apply best in these 6 vertical markets. Our first is going to be enterprise. We extend that also with education, focusing on the security and HIPAA requirements that we support inside of our federal and medical verticals that we look at. Houses of worship, being able to reach and connect to large congregations all throughout the world. And then also sports and entertainment. And with sports and entertainment providing high broadcast quality encoding with low latency connectivity and engagement. There's many different partners and customers that are leveraging either elements of our technology or realizing the value that our end-to-end solution helps to be able to offer. As I said, I'm here with Chris Frederick, who is the director of, what is your title? Excuse me, I'm totally forgetting.
Director of Managed Services. So at the end of the day, my responsibilities for the final outcome of turnkey services that we provide for our clients. Listen to your pain points, find innovative solutions, and give you deliverable, repeatable lines of service to help you grow your business.
Chris, if you would actually share a little bit about who Sensory Technology is and some of the focuses that you offer your customers and solutions.
Thank you, Jason. We feel that we are an AV integrator. Obviously, we're here at Infocomm, but we feel like that the differentiator for us is we're very consultative. We like to listen. We're very outcome focused. Quite simply, we want to build partnerships with customers so we can help them grow their business together because we all have core values in terms of adoption of technology. So if we can find some way to use communicative or collaborative technologies to help you grow your business, you win, we win, and that's kind of our strategy in the market.
So one of the things that we're going to be sharing with you guys is a really very, I think, very compelling project that they worked on in regards to digital signage as it relates to live high-definition video and corporate communications. If you would, share with me a little bit, and our audience, both here on the floor and those of you that are watching all around the world, if you could share a little bit about the challenge that was involved in creating this corporate communication.
I'd be happy to. I'll jump right in instead of saying absolutely. Inside joke, apologies. So the customer, Fortune 50 healthcare pharma company, has an aging digital signage ecosystem. They made a $1 million investment about 5 years ago, and now they're forced with this obsolescence of the hardware. Now they're forced with a big decision now. Do I replace it with what I've got and just get all new pieces of hardware, or do I go to a different service provider, a different solution? And then how do I get around this whole capital expense? How do I get around doing this 5 years from now? So they needed to have that strategy taken care of. Also, they needed functionality, live data sources, localized content, live TV from their CEOs hitting every screen. So when we were presented with this opportunity, it gave us a great opportunity to bring the CoolSign ecosystem into their platform.
So when you think about that, in architecting that solution and considering what their design needs were, what were some of the key things that were involved in creating that solution in regards to CoolSign? What were those key drivers that really attracted you to the platform?
Well, all the boilerplate stuff, security, reliability, scalability, but it was the ticker. Quite frankly, it's the ticker. So I've seen a lot of digital signage offerings out there, and what always drives me nuts is watching the ticker hitch. It's going across the screen, and it'll kind of hitch when a new video is loaded, and I don't want that. Everybody sees ESPN quality broadcast tickers. You want that also in your digital signage display. So for me, after searching high and low, and then finally finding a product, CoolSign, that could deliver a smooth ticker, broadcast quality, while rendering videos in multi-regional layouts, I knew that I kind of had the silver bullet, and I was ready to hitch our wagon to it.
So let's talk about the workflow that's kind of involved here and the unique application and how you guys design this to be able to support the customer's need. Talk to us about what this actually is.
Happy to. Again, absolutely. So, this could be an on-premise application. You yourself could buy it, take it home, put it on your LAN, and run with it. Not a problem at all. In this particular application, these guys are global. They're on the entire globe, and it's totally a flat network. So I don't really need to put different distributors or load balancing servers, at nodes across the globe, because it's completely flat. So we went with a cloud-based solution. Now I centralize all my information. I've got a colo facility, so I got guaranteed redundant uptime, guaranteed power, guaranteed internet. The only thing I have to worry about is server failure using an active server configuration. Now the only variables are the player that's actually at the location. Does that player physically fail after 3 years? Then what to do with it?
So in this case, when we look at the workflow that's being presented here, all of the centralized CoolSign server, which is providing the network manager. Network manager allows you to realize all of the different appliances, the health of them, and how they're performing on side of the network. Our data watcher, which allows for integration for that live dynamic content or that ticker that Chris was talking about, and then content creator, how that content can actually be generated and created. But one of the interesting things that Chris mentioned is the transfer servers. These are actually hosted in the cloud. So the on-premise equipment is limited to the digital signage engine, what's physically connected to the display. So when we think about integration of 500 nodes in 32 countries, we're talking about a pre-configured player that you just connect to the network and then connect to the display, and you have real-time content. Now, I'll talk as well a little bit about how the Makitos are fitting onto the network and what sources you're using to be able to feed the digital signage.
So in this case, we've got everything in the cloud. However, our CEOs, our lecturers, our CNN, if you will, like this source here from this camera today, is sitting on the local network. So what we want to do is use a multicast network to actually have all those digital signage engines subscribe to that multicast feed on the LAN. So even though it is cloud-based, enterprise grade, all the content for the live portion of it never leaves the LAN. So you still got security, but you got great performance now, because now you can multicast it out on your existing plumbing.
Well, so one of the big things that you mentioned was a 4-tier colo where everything is involved. When I consider enterprise communications and even the reach, how does that fit, and what reliability can you offer your customer in that way?
I can offer 99.9999% uptime because I've got redundant and guaranteed bandwidth, redundant and guaranteed power. I'm in a Tier 4 facility that's not going to be subject to natural disasters like tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, fires, etc. And now, again, all I have to worry about is server, a piece of hardware failing, and by using an active-active configuration, if one fails, the other one takes it over. So I can truly guarantee 99.999% uptime.
So I think the interesting thing about that is it definitely relates to the technology and performance. But let's talk a little bit, or if you would, share a little bit about the solution in the way that the enterprise perceived it. You mentioned at the beginning that they had an aging system and architecture, and here you were able to come to them and offer them something that allowed for them to be able to increase their communication, provide a higher quality and uptime. But what did that look like in a business side? What was attractive to them about that?
This one, zero capital expenditures. That's what's attractive. So by integrators, we all come up with turnkey solutions. Consider this a turnkey service. So as a managed service, we take the entire digital signage solution and bundle it to a manageable, subscribable monthly or yearly subscription. So essentially, as part of the service, we give you everything up to the TV. So as a customer, I don't have to worry 5 years from now whether my player is obsolete or the obsolescence that might be prone to that, or paying for maintenance upgrades every 2 years because you're a subscriber. You're in the circle of trust with us. So any patches, any upgrades, any feature enhancements, anything that comes along, you're already going to get as a subscriber, as well as the hardware that goes there. You're essentially got a capital lease, if you will, with us. So that'll all be taken care of as part of your managed services.
So when we mention the word corporate communications, there's a wide range of examples. Here, if you would, share a little bit about how this type of example is a way that you're providing communication to different corporations and to their teams in different regions. Share with us a little bit about that.
I will. For the far side, over there in the interwebs, I hope you can see this very well. So this is an example of what we call a sidebar layout. The idea here is you need your viewers to linger at this screen. I need to be engaged for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, because if I'm not engaged long, I'm not going to get the message. In this particular example, this is just wellness communications. Eat healthy, be healthy, act healthy. If I watch that slide, I read it, I bet I'll see a news ticker down here, and then I'll probably read that. Now I'm there in 20, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and I might actually get to see the message that I'm intended to see, which might be the barbecue tonight at 4 o'clock, or don't forget not to park in that parking lot or you'll get towed. Those are the kind of messaging I need to get. So
another part of corporate communications is the video portion, and that's something that's unique that you created here, providing live video for CEO announcements, HR trainings and educations, or just informative information from CNN or other news stations there. Share with us, how does this fit into place, and how does it compare to wellness and communications on that level?
Well, in this case, it's just a schedulable asset. If you think about a playlist, it's just a grouping of assets. I want to play this slide, this video, this slide. In this case, I schedule this video as an asset, and I say at 11 o'clock every Tuesday, I'm going to watch CNN until 1 o'clock. And now it's preserved in this window, or I can tell it not to and go full screen and give us a true broadcast quality respect. The other great thing about this solution is it's centralized. I don't have to stick a cable tuner on every digital signage player in my entire network. I stick one on the network, ingest my sources there, and then have these subscribe to it.
So let's talk about a few other different examples here. Chris, how does this work and fit into place? What's different from what we looked at previously?
Well, in this what they call fast casual food, or not fast food, fast casual, you go, you place your order, you get your drink, you go sit down. Well, as a customer service experience, if it takes 5, 10, 20 minutes for my food, I start to get anxious. It starts to affect my customer service experience. So we put what's called entertainment up there, so you have something to visually pacify yourself while you're waiting for your food. All of a sudden, the impression is that the food didn't take very long to be cooked. It came out hot. I got what I ordered. I had a great customer experience. I'm going to come back.
So one of the last ones here is a unique project that you worked on for the Super Bowl this past year. When we think about communications still in the line, how do we take that and allow for more immersive elements or calls to action to be provided to a group of users or viewers that are engaging with the screen?
So this particular example was used at the Super Bowl this year. This is completely retail 101 right here. The idea is I've got a product to sell, and I need you to see that product. The key is keeping you engaged on the screen long enough to see that product and see what it's all about, so that way you might be tempted to buy it. In this case, I'm at the Pro Shop. I'm waiting in line for 20 minutes to get out of the Pro Shop. While I'm there, I'm looking at tweets that we've integrated using the data sources from the 49ers and the Ravens and the Super Bowl, so I can catch up on current news. I can also see the weather, so as I'm looking at flipping between Baltimore, San Francisco, I can think about how lucky I am to be in New Orleans and not up in cold Baltimore. But last but not least, I get this ad right here that says, don't forget to buy your the thing that keeps your Super Bowl pass, or that hat, or that pendant, that thing that my daughter wanted me to get. I'm reminded of it here, and there's my call to action. Oh, I totally got to get that. And I'm waiting in line, and there it is right in line, right? So then I can take it right up to the register.
I hope, guys, as we share a little bit about corporate communications, the example how CoolSign and our live HD encoders can provide dynamic and real-time information. You can have confidence in understanding that we're doing this with years of experiencing, focus on high quality, focusing on a proven track record with our partners and projects that we've worked on. To get a little bit more information about CoolSign 5.0, as I shared earlier, our next session is at 1 o'clock. That's going to be with Bill Taylor, who's going to be going and sharing about live high-definition video and our CoolSign platform more on a feature level. But until then, if you understand our booth layout, we're here in the Learning Lounge presenting right now. Right behind you is going to be our digital signage pod that is going to be able to, you can meet with Jay Abbott, one of our engineers, who can go in and share with you about how the actual solution works in that case. If you're interested in some of our live video streaming here in these stations right here, IPTV, we're going to be showcasing our Video Furnace and our Makito series, also our Calypso and Viper products that are really important when we consider that contribute element that's involved. One of my favorite areas as well, to get an idea of this quality that we have, you can look at the digital display wall, which we're showcasing a wide range of video on different mobile devices and tablets. Thank you again for your time. I appreciate you joining and look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Ciao.